label 1017. That's my granddad's house. But what's special and unique to Atlanta for me is they embrace me. And, you know what I'm saying? I grew up here. My mama raised me here. They just took me in. That's why I just feel like it's Atlanta on my own.
You like a rap to Maybe on one of the songs on the new one, right?
Yeah, I'm from East because I know more about Atlanta than I know about Alabama. It's just the truth, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. I was just, before you came on stage, I was saying like Gucci's been on the tear this year. Like, do you feel like you've improved so much as a rapper this year?
Yeah, I think I've improved like as a person, and I think I got an interesting story. And I think I'm getting a better storyteller.
Absolutely. You know, the theme throughout this weekend is like the future is now. And I read in your Billboard cover story that you said you had a 10-year plan after your release from prison. Like, do you feel like you checked off some of those things?
To be honest with you, yes. I had when I got out of jail in 2016, I had a 5-year plan.
Right.
And a 10-year plan. But like my 10-year plan, I accomplished in 5 years.
Ahead of your time. So what are those things some of those things that you accomplished in that time?
Just the amount of money I wanted to save, and that was really my goal.
Okay. And you talked about the future, you know, we talked about new Brick Squad 1017, the new label.
No, not Brick Squad. Brick Squad was like my old label.
Okay, be clear.
1017 and 1017 Global is my new label.
The new label. And you relaunched that during the pandemic, right?
Yeah, 2020.
2020. Why during the midst of the pandemic was that the right time to relaunch the label?
It was just, my old deal had expired, and I had started my new deal January of 2020. So I was just looking for artists, and then I kept saying like, you know, I'm gonna give $1 million to my first artist that I signed.
Right.
Because I'm like, I'm gonna find talent. And as I was looking for artists, Atlanta they brought me Fujiano. But he was already signed to a label production deal through Atlantic. So my first original signee was Pooh, that I signed myself. So it's like I was just looking for talent, and then the pandemic came. I just didn't want it to stop me because the clock was ticking.
Right. It's gotta be tough, right? Like watching him, like he was really blowing up on such a major level, and then to have that, you know, legal setback and incarcerated. Like, how do you deal with those things? Does it get frustrating when you know, building an artist and real life gets in the way of things sometimes?
Well, really, it's discouraging because I see how much, you know, promise he got, and I see how his career was taking off, and I just wish he was here to enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get past it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And with Pooh Shiesty and Fujiano locked up, like you still found ways to keep the brand strong, right? Even with streaming, is it still challenging to with streaming, you know, keeping them alive? Is it still challenging to keep the brands alive, even though?
Just gotta keep thinking, gotta be creative. I'm always thinking of a way to, you know, keep their name going, to keep the company name going. Like that's what I'm passionate about.
Right. You said that you still operate the label kind of like a mom and pop operation, right?
100%. 100%. Because I, you know what I'm saying? I done been that person where like in the streets and somebody put money behind me, and I also been the CEO putting money behind the artist that's in the street, so I know both sides.
Right. So how does a new artist catch Gucci Mane's attention?
It's everybody's dream, right? You like to work with Gucci Mane right out here, right?
it's I can't reach everybody, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really always looking for talent, but I got a partnership with Atlantic, and a lot of times like their research team will find stuff early on because they know I like to sign my artists like early on and develop them. I'm not really looking for the artist that's already, you know, with so many followers and you know, not saying think they popping, but I already got
You don't play the algorithm game, like you're trying to find something with substance.
Yeah, I try to, you know, tell them, hey, listen, if y'all see something that y'all feel, you know, match what I got going, then I look at it myself, and if I turn into a fan of the young underground artists, I DM them myself and just like tell them, first off, hey, I like your music, and then we kind of go from there. A lot of times we don't do a deal, I just encourage them. Or, you know, the situation might not be best for them to sign to me. It might be best for them to stay in there or whatever. Yeah. We just go from there.
And I see you like to grab cats from different markets. I see a couple names, Big Scar, he's from Memphis.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes. That's my secret weapon right there.
Yeah, let's talk a little about each act. Yeah, so tell us about Big Scar.
Big Scar, he's super talented, and it just was crazy the way that I signed him, the backstory, because I was looking at Big Scar, and before I even signed anybody, I was looking at Big Scar, Fujiano, and Pooh, not even Pooh. I was looking at Scar, but I didn't know that him and Pooh was cousins.
Oh, wow.
That's the backstory. So I had looked at his video, Pooh in the video, but I didn't never notice it.
Wow.
So when I signed Pooh, he told me that Scar was his cousin, just talking.
Wow.
And I'm like, he wasn't even talking to me. Matter of fact, he was talking, him and Big 30 was talking. And they said something about Scar. And I'm like, y'all talking about Scar like this song? He's like, it's my cousin.
Wow.
So I was like, can you call him? I'm like, call him for me. And then that's how I started talking to Scar.
Wow.
You got Big Walk Dog from Mississippi.
Big walk.
Yes, he got an album just came out Friday.
Yeah. What makes him special?
Say what now?
What makes him special as an artist? And what did you see there?
I just see a lot of, him and me, or me and him, because he's from a small town in Mississippi. Like I said, I'm from a small town, was born in a small town in Alabama, so I just know how it is coming from somewhere like that and want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people, all my artists that I sign, like I don't want to be a person known for just signing people from Atlanta, from Boulder Bridge, from my neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to sign people all over the country, all over the South. So my thing was I wanted to give them a shot.
One more, you had Big Fizzle, right? Arkansas?
Yes, Big Phil from another small town in Arkansas. Like, that's the thing, I'm not signing hype, I'm signing just talent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He had that personality, and he was a quarterback in 12th grade, and they just like, I like the music first off, I didn't even know he was a quarterback, but when I just found out he's an athlete, he in 12th grade, he about to graduate, I feel like I wanted to bring him on so he can tell his story, and I just knew that, like, he would compete with the older guys I got because he wanted to, he's up and coming.
What traits or attributes do you feel like a person needs?
For the next big thing, you know what I'm saying? Thank you.
Gotta get Gucci right, baby.
It's like, you always, when I see the label, like major labels, like, oh, I'm gonna sign the next person. With me, it's like I don't want to be in no rush. Like I haven't signed anybody this year,
right? Because
I got, like I said, Big Walk Dog dropped this album this weekend. I got Big Fields, I got Hot Boy West, I got Enchanted. You know what I'm saying? It's like I got 4 artists who haven't dropped their debut albums. So it's like, my thing is finish what you're doing. I'm like, once I develop them and they drop their debut albums, then I bring in more artists. But with majors, they just try to sign everything they can.
Right. Because you had signed Migos, Young Thug, you introduced Metro Boomin, Zaytoven, you helped Nicki Minaj. Do you feel like your contributions as an executive get overlooked?
Yes, but I learned that I just want the cash, they can have the credit. You know what I love?
Make some noise on that. Like I know P from QC is a really good friend of yours, and Migos, you got them in that situation, and you didn't sign them that way. But what came out of that though is when I look at the catalog, you have so many, even up to us was them, you have so many great records with different factions of the Migos. So obviously that chemistry is there.
Oh yeah, I got major love.
I get the bags. How many times platinum grew up? How many times?
It's a lot. It's a
6 times platinum, I think.
Like, they're my guys, you know what I'm saying? I got so much love for the Migos. UCP is like one of my best friends, one of my real close friends. So it's deeper than like music with him.
Right. So I was also surprised in reading before you got into the game as Gucci Mane, you wanted to be Jermaine Dupri.
I did.
What was it about JD that
shout out JD? JD said a 50th birthday. Shout out JD.
I wouldn't say that I wanted to be Jermaine Dupri. I kind of wanted to be an executive. I wanted to be like Baby and Slim or Master P and Jay Prince or Eazy-E or Jermaine Dupri. Because this was the thing. I had just got out of school, 1998. I graduated from McNair on Boulder Crest, right? So when I got out of school, maybe like 99. Some friends from school brought an artist to me, and that artist or whatever he was getting beats from Zaytoven. And Zaytoven and my other buddy, who had just came out of school with me, they was going to a barber school on Counter Road. So that's how they knew each other, right? So they brought me in, because at that time, I'm just in the hood hustling. Like, I supposed to went to college in 99, but I told my mom, like, let me take a year off and just do my thing, but I started hustling. In that time, my buddy brought me to me, he's like, let me bring you in, you put some money behind this dude. That's how it all started when we wanted to be Jermaine Dupri, because the kid was 14.
Right.
So when he would, I paid, say for like maybe $500 for 5 beats or something like that. He came for like 1 or 2 sessions. So now I still had like a $300 balance for 3 beats. So instead of Zay getting the money back, he was like, "Why don't you try to rap?" And then he started saying like, you know, maybe I'll try to rap. But it's the crazy thing. I wasn't confident on trying to be a rapper. I told you I wanted to be like JD.
Yeah.
So I went with my other buddy from school, right? And I was like, we're gonna be a group. People don't know this story, right?
Oh shit.
He didn't even know how to rap. But we was in the streets, we was just trapping it. We were really just trapping at the hotel.
Yeah.
So we came up with the name of a group called Grilled Out Young Niggas.
What's the name again?
Grilled Out Young Niggas. Because both of us had, we had goals in our life. We was 18, 19 years old. So I wrote all the raps for me and him.
Wow.
And we put the album out. We didn't even put the album out, we recorded the album. But as we put the album out, I kind of like lost all my money to put the album out. By the time it was time to put the album out, I had really put all my hustling money in the tape. He still had a whole bunch of money because he was doing better than me. That led me to say, hey, like, you know, I think I might need to go to solo and do something different because I'm serious. And that would let me say, hey, instead of me, I'm gonna take my daddy name. My daddy name was Gucci Mane, because when I made Grilled Out Young Niggas, I was going by my name in the hood, Black Boy, Shalik Ray. I didn't even have a name. We just was Grilled Out Young Niggas. But I'm telling you, I spent like 5